Hello, boys and girls. It's so great to be here with you today. Takes me back when I used to teach third grade. So, we're going to jump right into it. One of the things I want you to notice today is actually a really big day because I am introducing to you pattern number 2. You've been working on pattern 1 this whole time, and today you get to find out what is the second pattern in grammar. So, without further ado, I want you to turn in your book to reference number 20. You know, those references are in the back of your book, so I need you to go ahead and turn there so you can look with me. Because what makes pattern 2, the way that you can identify pattern 2, is by looking for the direct object. Now, we've learned that nouns can do different things. You know that a noun is this little noun floating around names a person, place, or thing with a knick-knack, paddywhack. These are English rules, isn't language fun and cool? Okay, so with that being said, we know that a noun is a person, place, or thing, or an idea. We know that it can be the subject of a sentence, and you know you have to have one of those in order for it to be a complete sentence. All right. We also know that it can be the object of a preposition, and there's a whole bunch of prepositions. So we know that you have to have a noun to go with that preposition. But we also have something called a direct object. So looking again at reference number 20 in the back of your book, here's what you need to know. Number 1, a direct object is a noun, and it comes after the verb that completes the meaning of the sentence. Number 2, we're going to label it with a DO. Number 3, to find the direct object, the questions that we're going to ask are going to be either what or whom. And we're going to ask that right after the verb. And then a fourth thing that we have to know, a direct object must be verified to mean that something or someone is different than the subject. So we'll always verify that it's not the same thing that we're talking about. And then the fifth thing is a verb transitive. We're actually going to be changing up the verb a little bit when we have a direct object. So a verb transitive is an action verb with a direct object after it, and that will be labeled with a capital V and a lowercase t, and you're going to see that in just a minute. So I want to get right into your sentences because that's where you're really going to get to practice and see how do we label a pattern 2 sentence. All right. So back at home, say along with me like you normally would do in class. All right, let me get my red marker. And so the first thing we always do is we read the sentence. Dad wears a hat. Who wears a hat? Dad. Subject, noun. What is being said about Dad? Dad wears. Wears is my verb. Dad wears a what? Hat. Excellent. Now, does that hat mean the same thing as dad? Of course not. So hat is our direct object, and so we label it with a DO. Now we have to go back though and then relabel our verb because now we have a verb transitive, and so all I do is put a hyphen and a lowercase t. So verb transitive. A, article adjective. So we have subject, noun, verb, direct object, pattern 2. So over here on the side, we do subject, noun, verb, transitive, direct object, pattern 2. Period, statement, declarative sentence, go back to the verb, separate the complete subject from the complete verb, and we're done with the first sentence. All right, let's try number 2. First, let's read the sentence. My dad wears a faded hat on sunny days. Who wears a hat? Dad. Subject, noun. What is being said about Dad? Dad wears. Verb. Dad wears what? Hat. Is hat the same thing as Dad? No, of course not. So it is our direct object. Go back to the verb, change it to verb transitive, and we'll continue on. What kind of hat? Faded. Adjective. On. Preposition. On what? Days. Object of the preposition. What kind of days? Sunny. Adjective. A, article adjective. Whose dad? My dad. That is a possessive noun, pronoun, adjective. So then over here, subject, noun, verb, transitive, direct, object, pattern, to. Period, statement, declarative sentence, preposition, on sunny days. Go back to the verb, separate the complete sentence from the complete predicate, and we're done. Moving on to number 3. A strong wind shook the shutters on our house. What shook the shutters on our house? Wind. Subject, noun. What is being said about the wind? Shook. Verb. What shook? Shutters. Let's verify our noun. Are shutters the same thing as wind? No. Direct object. Go back to the verb. Verb transitive. On, preposition. On what? House. Object of the preposition. Whose house? Our house. Possessive, pronoun, adjective. The, article adjective. Well, what kind of wind? Strong. Adjective. A, article adjective. Subject, noun, verb, transitive, direct, object, pattern, to. Exclamation mark. Exclamation. And then on, preposition. Go back to the verb, separate the complete subject from the complete predicate. And you're done. Final sentence, number 4. I will wrap the package tomorrow. Who will wrap the package tomorrow? I. Subject, noun. But it's a pronoun, so we're going to put a P. Subject, pronoun. All right. What is being said about I? Will wrap. So we have wrap is our verb, but will is helping it. So this is our helping verb. Will wrap what? Package. Verify. Is package the same thing as I? No. So this is our direct object. This is then the verb transitive. You use the main, the action verb becomes your verb transitive. The helping verb never will be. It's always the action part. Okay? Now, when will I wrap the package? Tomorrow. That is our adverb. And then the article, adjective. And then once again, subject, noun, verb, transitive, direct, object, pattern, to. Period, statement, declarative, sentence. Go back to the verb, separate the complete subject from the complete predicate, sh. And we're done for today with our lesson on how to identify pattern 2.